Awesome. Looks like we have a fantastic set of people. Trust is a topic that can attract a lot of discussion because I personally believe it's the very basis of our existence and the basis of whatever work and business we do in life. The funny thing is, I wanted to present a set of thoughts about this because the whole thing about Vouch is about the reason we built Vouch was because we were experiencing so many trust issues in our own life, from payments to companies that we could trust or not, and uh, we decided this is something that we had to fix. And so, before we kick off the session, I want to. Okay, I'm getting an echo from somewhere. Not sure where that is.
Am I visible to everyone?
Yes.
You are Sakshi.
Yeah, okay, great.
Okay, I'm just wondering where is the echo coming from,
Yes, it is coming, yeah.
right? Okay, I'm not getting an echo now. So I thought let me present a set of things about set of thoughts about trust. And funnily, when I did that research, it is so fascinating. What I thought was a concept in my mind, and I had only loosely believed with some anecdotes, turned out to be extremely powerful. So let me just share a couple of slides. And so I put together this saying there's one thing that changes everything. And in Sanskrit, there is an old saying, for those of you that understand Sanskrit, it says Dhanamulam idam jagat, which means money makes the world go round. That's what that's the English translation. But and when I was growing up as a kid in college, we used to call money as vitamin M. So so people say bucks and then sikka, paise. When friends, both of us used to when friends used to address each other, we would ask us, "Hey, how do you have any vitamin M today?" Right?
Okay,
Uh,
nice term.
Like vitamin, yes.
right. So and it's so I said it's not what people think it is. It's actually it's actually trust. What does trust do? Trust does a bunch of things. It results in higher sales. It actually provides a better life. And funny thing is, it actually helps us do anything, whether lead a longer life or have our companies run for a longer time or do business for a much more longer time. It's really uncanny. And then, but let's say what if there is no trust? What happens? There's a lot of rework. There is delay. There is anxiety. There is stress. There is loss of earnings, and then the cost of doing business just goes up higher for every single person,
Everyone.
right? I towards the end of the session, I'll share a live example of what I'm going through right now. Actually, a bunch of them, but I wanted to share a real live example. Some of you may have read about in the papers right now that's going on, which seems to be like a huge violation of trust on both sides. For those of you with iDevices, you will relate it to this, or you may have read this. This is a factory called Wistron, which is outside of
Mm.
Bangalore. In the last few days, workers have
Yeah,
rioted.
yeah, read the news.
The workers have rioted. 430 crores worth of damage is
Yeah.
supposed to have been suffered. And part of the 430 crore damage is actually looting of hundreds and thousands of iPhones from by the workers themselves,
Oh
right?
God.
And on the other side, the newspapers and all the media is saying the company did not pay people on time, and for contract staff, 6 intermediary contractors did not end up passing on the wages to the end staff. So look at who suffered the cost of it. So if the contractors actually delayed the payment or even evaded the payment, the company is at the receiving end. The funny thing is, if you go to the old headline, the company's investment in the plant is supposed to be 650 crore. And this actually such a painful incident has actually wiped out 2/3 of that investment, 440 crore. So this happens when people violate each other's trust, right? Some examples of trust around the world. Somewhat unsurprisingly, India is somewhere in the middle of the pack. And if you don't believe me, this is from a big book. It's a little dated. They haven't refreshed the scores yet, but this is where we fall. This is where Sweden is. And surprisingly, look at where China is and where UK is. We are just a tad higher than UK, right? And while this is trust at most people can be trusted, this is at a country level. This is India again falls in the middle of the pack. Surprisingly, China is again the leader of the pack. And those people that think, "Arey, trust se kya hota hai? Kuch nahi hota hai." So here, if we can see India here, look at the correlation between GDP, which is earnings of the country, with trust. India is somewhere here, and look at all the other countries that are here. Funnily enough, even Saudi Arabia is much higher, right? So, so trust is important, but let's distill that down to a personal level. How do we trust people, and how can we create trust? Because we live in the world of business and finance. In interpersonal trust, like between a husband and wife, trust is governed by a slightly different set of factors. Let's just focus on what. So we fundamentally, at the core of it, is financial. We all do. Vitamin M still keeps the world going around, and we earn for live to earn vitamin M. But unless and until we gain that, there's no point. If you trust somebody and you don't have a higher earnings, there's no point in having the trust, right?
Yeah.
So the second thing is, how much good work have they already done? Everybody has claims. हाँ, मैं उसको जानता हूँ, मैं उसके साथ काम किया है, लेकिन हकीकत क्या है? What's the reality, right? And then, sir, this I can definitely do a great job of it. But what is your real skill level and proficiency? All of this is fine, but are there any verified ratings? And who are the people that recommend you? Now, these look very simple, but let's say when you look around, the people either you work with, or the ones that work with you, or the ones you do business with, how many of these things are you even able to find out today? Not many, right? And it is all by mouth. You can somebody tells you, हाँ पैसे दे देंगे, हाँ काम कर देंगे, हाँ तो चल गया, गाड़ी चल गई, है कि नहीं? So what we are doing with Vouch is bringing in visibility into these. And today we have started with payments. Eventually, in the next 2-3 months, we are going to launch these. So when you go to a website, when you work with a freelancer, when you work with someone, you'll be able to see all of these. And the funny thing is, can any of you tell me where else you see trust? What else is a proxy for trust? Something that's trusted, we use a single word for it.
What is that?
Brand.
Okay, the brand.
So we say we are a brand. Brand का मतलब होता है, I know what to expect. I know this delivers X, right? But however,
Krishna, जिन्हें करना होता है, I think जिन्हें करना होता है वो brand भी नहीं देखते हैं. It's
आजकल के सब
it's very unusual
to
say.
आजकल हर किसी के पास ब्रांड है, वही दिक्कत है, right? So,
right.
but till you emerge as a brand, it takes some years. So what if you were able to short circuit that, right? So that's what we are trying to do. So who can do it? Freelancers, online social businesses, small and medium businesses. The questions are, how quickly do they pay? How is it to work with them? How do they communicate? Do they treat us fairly? The whole idea is, can we create happy lives and joy for everyone? That's the whole tenet of it. So with that, so our goals are build trust fast, do more business. And at the core of it, I right now have an apartment that is being furnished, and that contractor has delayed it so much and caused so much heartburn. I don't want some other person to go through the same trouble that I have. gone through. So my goal, our goal is simple. Superior businesses should enjoy, superior trust businesses should enjoy better outcomes. And businesses that violate others' trust, others should be aware of it, and then they actually should be forced to pay the price. That's the whole goal of it. So now we'll jump in and talk to each one of you. It is fabulous to see all of you on a Thursday afternoon. And so let's have some opening remarks. Janvi, why don't you go first? Tell us how long you've been working,
sure.
a little bit about yourself.
As I am into this content writing from past couple of years, like around 3 years. So even my first experience was like very much similar. The client disappeared after receiving the content of like worthy. It's about 20K to 25K. So he completely disappeared, and then I was like, "यार नहीं हो पाएगा because online है, and how can I trust someone कि वो मुझे 20,000 invoice के बाद pay करेगा?" And although I am I was newbie that time, so I don't know exactly about the process and how to proceed and what are the legal terms and conditions. So then I got to know about कि ऐसे NDA होता है, then things goes on. But yeah, I suffered huge losses. Then only I get to know about कि अच्छा ऐसा process है.
So you had to pay the price for it.
Even my first experience was that.
So I'll come to discussing specific experiences. So you've been a content writer for the last 3 years, and
Right.
what sort of content do you specialize in?
SEO writing.
Awesome. Viva, let's hear some opening remarks from you.
Yeah. Actually, am I audible or not?
You're audible.
Okay, yeah. My first career is started with the teacher, and actually I just come into the content writing after 2 years.
Okay.
And so that is when I started my career as a freelancer. So I used a particular platform, like a freelancer platform, Work and Hire. So that time I was also newbie because I am a new writer, and I used the platform as for the security, for the money security. And my first client trusted me, and we started working on each other. In the 1 week, we used that platform for sharing, that means payment. And as soon as the client found that I am giving all the qualities and the works on time, that means the client asked me to submit the work 3,000 words in the daily. And I did it on that means without plagiarism. So these things happened in the 1 week. And after 1 week, we started to interacting directly. Okay, we stopped working on the platform and started interacting the personal. So these things, that means if the clients, we are fulfilling the expectations of the client, then it automatically build a trust. So that is my first experience with as a freelancer. So that is the first experience. And now slowly, steadily, I am getting the good works and building relationships, connections, everything. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Gargi.
Hello everyone. Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hi, good.
I am a mother of 8-year-old boy and
Oh.
was a freelancer from last 6 years. I started with a very low pay, and my first experience was working full-time with freelancing, because I soon wanted to shift to freelancing full-time because of my, maternity and all that. So then later on, I jumped into freelancing full-time. My first experience was good. The client taught me how to write with low pay, but it was good experience. Then I started getting more projects, and I, raised my level. I had also started writing for different niche also. It's not I have been restricted to one niche, but then I started exploring more topics and more projects. So then I came up here with, good projects and all that.
Wonderful. Sakshi.
Yeah, so it's been 1 or 2 years only. I'm still new here, but fortunately, my first experience of freelancing client was good because basically I'm a voiceover artist and I do this professionally. in freelancing. So I took the training from my coach, and my first project was from him only. So luckily I was not being in that situation. But yes, I have been there when the trust was there with the client. I guess it was between 3 to 4 months after I started freelancing. So he paid me for the project I did. But the main problem is that trust should be maintained, that should be consistent, because I trusted that client at the first time, but the second time he gave me that project and I didn't get the upfront, just because I was new and I didn't know that still there is
Mhm.
that risk that he can go and he can go missing. And that exactly happened. He just got the project, he just got the extra corrections as well, and he didn't pay me. So that is only one time when such thing happened to me. And luckily I have, you know uh, it's just the past, and I'm learning a lot from the old clients and all the projects, that now how to build that trust, and how to you know uh, keep this in mind, that you should not get scammed or by anyone.
Interesting. So I will, funnily enough, these are all things that we have factored for. Um, Vibha spoke about working outside of the platform. You spoke about working with a client who you have already done successful business with for the
Yes.
second time, but still sort of being in that iffy space about trust, right? I'll specifically come to that. The whole purpose of this webinar was not to focus on the vouch product per se, while the funny thing is, because it's about trust, will keep coming in between. So let's jump in and then talk about some of the topics. So Sakshi, let's continue with you. how
Yeah.
have how have you attempted to build trust, and when your clients come back and tell you I trust you, what is a sign of the what are the signs of that?
See, many elements come into the play when we are able to reciprocate the client, right? So the first is the uniform digital presence. Like, I have my digital presence in the same way on every platform where voice over artists are meant to be, like the LinkedIn, the talent track, and Instagram, everything on which I can show my work. So I have my digital presence. The second thing is that, okay, you have told the clients that I've worked with such and such brands, but you have to deliver the quality of work which they have demanded. Like, just like you said, you can't just say yes to any project. You can't just say that, yeah, main kar lungi,
Right.
until and unless you're very confident about. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go
So
on.
you're confident about the whole project, that I will be able to deliver it within the deadline, then only say yes to that client. And that's what I did. I just said the yes to the clients. Just मैं 100% confident थी about the results, about the voice they wanted, and exactly जो मैं कर सकती थी. So I did those with clients, and I'm so fortunate that the first 10 clients which I was able to get, they are still with me, and I'm still working with them. So that is the reason that it feels good that you are able to reciprocate the clients, and also attract the new clients with their references. So this whole trust thing goes the long way. It helps you in a long run.
Very interesting. So you spoke about a lot of things. One is make promises that you are going to keep,
Yeah.
and ensure that you're consistent in that, and
Yeah, definitely.
maintain uniform presence so that everybody can perceive that, right? It is one
Yeah.
thing. So when I was talking about past work, it is one thing to say, I've done X projects, but if nobody can verify or see those projects, the funny thing is, the downside of it is they might actually not trust you, because there's no way for them to actually verify that, right? So
Exactly.
interesting. Gargi, let me ask you, when you began, and you said you jumped in full time into freelancing, that that sort of I know it was some sort of a deliberate emphasis that you made there. And when you did that, because you are full time, I'm assuming that meant your earning was dependent on that. You were saying, acha isse paise banna hi hai, ghar chalna hai, these kind of things, right? How the stakes were very high. So how did you go about doing it, and what were your experiences?
See, actually, starting when I got the client, she taught me all that. She gave me the project. So I did that. Then soon I gained confidence to do contents, writing on blogs and SEO and technology stuff. Then I started exploring more on it, that how can I, write in a good format without, good grammatical, without any mistakes. I used to find out tools, and I used to create a profile on social media also, so that people can know that now I am into content writing. Previously I was into SEO. So obviously both are different. Yes, in that also I have written contents, but not full time. But now I am into content writing, so let people also know. They ask for sample work also. So I have to collect those samples. I have to write good content so that I can show it to my clients whenever they ask for. I keep checking on LinkedIn. I used to search projects on LinkedIn. Then it was all, it was not from any references. It was all a stranger people.
So
I
what I
have to
meant, so what I meant
even,
was, if those of, because when you begin from ground zero, there really is no trust. So how did you go about building the trust with some of these people?
Initially I took projects from, the clients which are not known to me,
Okay.
but I have to trust them somehow when I have to begin with, right?
So you took a risk.
Yeah, somewhat I have to take a risk to get the project. And obviously I also have to understand them, whether they are a good kind of a clients or whether they'll pay me or not. But since like that, it was an initial stage, I took payment as a secondary thing, because I was also growing and learning in that part. So I took payment stuff as in a secondary part. So I have to,
So you literally put your payment at risk. That's what you ended
yeah,
up doing.
but it was never at risk. Actually, until this 6 years, I had only faced one bad experiences.
Right.
That was of, I lost my money because the client didn't pay, even after many edits.
Right.
Even after many edits, the client didn't pay. I kept following up with them, but still no payment being done. Since then, I lost trust from, clients like those people come back, and, they want again to work with me, but I don't take projects from them now.
Okay. So Janvi, you've been freelancing for the last about 3 years now, right? And contrast the times when you began versus now. How you are able to show to somebody or showcase to somebody, hey, back then, what you had to do back then versus what you're doing now, and what that is doing for your business.
Actually, it's all about, if we are talking in terms of trust, it's all about digital footprints. I can say that if someone pitches me or I do the vice versa, so we both, in either way, we need to follow the digital footprints, either the company or the freelancer. It's just not about it. It's not mandatory to have the digital footprints in every, or each and every single platform there for the freelancers like Upwork, Fiverr, or etc, etc. But you need to have you need to build the authority. I can say that in terms of trust. अब अगर आप LinkedIn, अगर आप सिर्फ एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे ही फोकस कर रहे हैं, तो आई थिंक कि उधर अपना 100% देना इज मोर बेनिफिशियल फॉर मी एटलीस्ट, ना कि आप 10 जगह प्लेटफॉर्म पे जाके हर जगह डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट्स बनाना. It's good, I'm not saying that, but if you don't have that enough plenty of time, so you can at least focus on one platform और आप उसी पे consistent रह सकते हैं. And for me, और अगर client का है तो I need to follow the digital footprints of the client too, as I said, company verification, HR verification and everything. So अभी LinkedIn पे ऐसा हो गया है कि लोग कोई भी प्रोफाइल पे कैन without any background details, they just came कि अरे 50 पैसे में लिख दो, 30 पैसे में लिख दो, 20 पैसे में लिख दो. That's not the way of doing the projects. So just kindly said it कि नहीं, I don't want to. If you don't want to, so just you can respectively you can quote ki nahi, I don't want to do this because I don't get your digital footprints. You can say that, because as a freelancer we need to stand. मैंने देखा है कि लोग फुल टाइम एम्प्लॉइज को ज्यादा वैल्यू करते हैं इंस्टेड ऑफ फ्रीलांसर्स, और ज्यादा क्रेडिट्स देते हैं. इवन आई आल्सो वर्क विद मेनी ब्रांड्स, बट आई कांट say or admit it openly because NDA is there and terms and conditions are there. So I think we need to stand and we need to quote कि I don't want to work with you because I don't feel like this. These are the issues. So that's what I does. कि अभी जब से मैंने newbie से start किया, that time I don't have even a single idea कि अभी कैसे मैं मना कैसे करूं अगर मेरे पास कोई आ रहा है. As Gargi quoted कि money will not be my priority, I can say that, because I started when I was a student. तो money would be no, and I can quote this also कि money किसी की अगर आप freelancing start करो, instant money, instant income, ये सब priority रख के कभी भी कोई अच्छा freelancer I don't think so कि वो एकदम से बन जाएगा, because it's not a well or it's not a magical thing कि आप एकदम से कमाने लगोगे 50,000. तो लोगों को सबसे ज्यादा यही silver spoons हैं जो attract करती हैं freelancing के लिए, but that's not the way of doing it. What I feel कि so you need to build the authority instead of focus on bulk work, or you can say that कि ज़्यादा platform पे work करने से अच्छा है कि you need to focus on a one platform जिस पे आप consistent रहो.
So stay on a single platform and establish a credible digital footprint instead of maybe being present in 100 separate places. Be present. Do justice to one particular place, and then do your research in terms of digital footprint of the client. And if you find something suspicious, if I love what you just said, and then telling the potential client that, hey, I don't work with you. Recently, it so happened that we had to do business with a party. I usually, when people make very quick, grandiose statements while doing business, right? मैं उसको जानता हूँ, I know this person. Oh, I have X number of stores. I have Y number of places. My antenna go up tremendously. No, it's like alarm.
That is a red flag.
all red flags. All flags up.
All red flags.
All red flags. So I told this person, sir, looks like you are somebody extremely, आप बड़े आदमी, you're a big person, right? And I'm a small man. Tomorrow, if something happens, you are so big that I won't be able to say anything to you. And then you'll use your bigness to actually run over me and say, "Acha, ye sab hota hai," right? So, and before I began the deal with them, I confessed to that person. What funnily happened is, that person invited me to their office. He introduced me to every single person in his organization. He took me to all the locations that he actually bragged about in the beginning. And he made me tell his employees, hey, am I the person that I represent to be? So all because I said, you look like somebody very important. I'm very scared to do business with you. Right? And funnily, and whatever conditions I laid out to him, another red flag that I see is if you lay out some conditions, if somebody accepts all of them without discussion, it actually means
Instantly,
either they didn't understand it, or they're like, "Chalta hai, jab follow kar rahe
फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
right? So,
Exactly.
so when I did that, he invited his son. He said, okay, looks like there is some agreement to look at. Dhyan se padh lo. And then that fellow took about half an hour to read it. And they asked a couple of 3 or 4 clarifications. And then now I thought, okay, now looks like this is a deal that we should go through. And then we finish the deal. So Vibha, that brings up an interesting question.
Yeah, sure.
Did you at some point in time feel that versus when you started out, today, okay, looks like I don't have to work as hard. So today, from a trust perspective, I'm a little more trusted than I was in the past. कभी वैसे लगा क्या?
Actually, that means in one word that trust is my favorite word. And by luckily, I never felt any bad experience in my freelancing journey.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. That is the plus point. Everyone asked me why it not happened. So I just say why it not happened, that no. But yeah, I just say that whenever I just started with interaction with any client, okay, so I just use the one word, mutual trust. You just use the mutual trust, and that is the one step, that one word establishes the starts a relationship between me and the client. Okay, so that is, and I agree with the Janvi that I am not looking every platform. I am just being consistent with the one platform. And if you are aware about the work and hire, okay, so I use this question, platform only, and I'm working only some limited clients. Yeah, and that is the main. And when I started with started working with my first client, you can't believe that we just use email communication. Neither we call, neither we text, neither we just use email communication, and still we are in touch. And last 4 years we are working. How it is happening? I am giving the quality, and they are just trusting me. So that is the main point. That is the mutual trust first. And the second thing that I want to say that like um, be consistent and the update most of the time. Second, sorry, transparency. Like, for example, we are freelancers, something, anything can happen at any time. So you just need to update your client or your team buddy. So when these things are aware about your in front of the client, then it is easy to manage all those things. Client understands you. Hello. This transparency between you and the client also helps you to continue work as a established freelancer. So that's my main point. Keep be stable with the one platform, one or two platform, and the second, keep transparency. These two things, I think. Okay, and I'm working with following those things and getting the good projects. Yeah, that's the main point.
So I want to expand on that question a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
When I and any of you, Gargi, Janvi, Sakshi, any of you, feel free to answer this. When you begin, obviously you are a little vulnerable. There isn't a lot of verifiable work. There isn't a lot. You also don't have a lot of experience. Only when you do a certain amount of work, you even know what to look for, what to ask for. But once it becomes a well-oiled machine, what happens is, because you have the work, better work starts coming to you. Better, in some sense, the clients that work with you become a lot more mature, or you get more mature clients, right? And the work that you do starts becoming, it's sort of a virtuous cycle. Good begets good, so to speak, right? The question I'm asking is, how long did that take, and when did it occur to you that yes, this is happening? I think that breakout point has happened, where I think good work is happening with good clients, and I think I'm trusted out there. When did that feeling get created?
Can I say, yeah?
Go ahead.
So I guess it took me, fortunately, it took me less than a year to do so, because first thing is that, of course, you said it right, that when you start, there is this absence of trust from both the sides. From the client side also, that will that person be able to, justify the project I'm giving to her, right? So there is the lack of trust from client side also, and from the freelancer side also, because I was also doing the freelancing for the first time. I was in job, all settled, all good, but since I wanted to do this, I just, I have that cliched story of quitting the job and doing this full time. So,
Right.
of course, we all were vulnerable in the beginning, but once you start, completing the project on time with good quality, and when you show that to your, not to your clients, but on the platforms on which you're available and your clients are available, when you show that to them, and when there is a thing called testimonials. You get what you ask for. You should definitely ask for testimonials and recommendations from the clients. So once I started doing this and posting this about all these things, my work, my testimonials, everything on different platforms, then there was a increase in the scope in the graph of inbound clients. So clients started coming to me talking about, do you want to do this? So अब ऐसा हो गया है कि outbound से ज़्यादा inbound things have started happening, and now we have the choice to make that whether to pick this client or not. So this thing takes a lot
Exactly.
of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of course, the trust between the client and freelancer relationship. And once I said, of course, we are still not expert कि हमें अच्छे ही मिलेंगे और trust हमेशा रहेगा ही सही. Of course, there'll be that thing कि कभी ना कभी कुछ ना कुछ हो सकता है, but still that thing will take almost 1 year or more to reach to that point that you get the inbound clients and get to work with who you want to work with.
Interesting. Interesting. Anyone else wants to add to that?
Yeah. Okay. No, please,
Yeah.
please.
Gargi, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Initially तो ऐसा होता था कि we don't even know that whether we have to collect those contents as portfolios, as samples. Nobody told us that we have to ask for testimonials also, we have to ask for feedbacks also. Nobody told us that. But then later on, when you interact with fellow Sigma writers, when you come into that network, you used to come to know that there are some terms and conditions. You have to collect those portfolios, sample works, ask for feedback so that you can know where to improve and where you can, create a new skill, new tools and everything online and all that. So soon and later on, then you are getting polished for the work and you get more work with that.
Very interesting. You normally don't think of feedback as a trust creator, right? You usually think I've done this, I've got a testimonial, and that's out there, and that creates a trust loop. The funny thing is, trust needs also to be deepened with the existing client as well, right? Because that relationship has to extend. And a beautiful point, you have a feedback, when that feedback, because it so happens that the client is not also completely evolved. The client may have discovered something new, and both of you may have discovered something new for the first time. And then you both say, hey, if we had done this, maybe it would have been better. And then you acknowledge that and say, okay, the next time. So for instance, Sakshi, for my podcast, we've started, until recently, we used to have audio only. We've recently started video.
Okay.
And now, there's a video editor that's been working with me, and I've been telling him, hey, we need to do this. The first couple of times I told him that, he was a little defensive. And I told myself, okay, that's fine. Maybe he's that way. We'll give him time. He was still a budding freelancer. And by the fourth video, he's now coming back and telling me, no, I think we need to change that. I said, what? I didn't even tell him, I told you so. The best thing is if they've discovered, so that feedback loop is also creates a virtuous cycle, right? So let's look at a different angle. When you start off something, Janvi, when you start off a new project, do you perform? Funny thing is, everybody thinks trust is intangible, right? It is not something that can be seen, but it can only be felt. But its impact is far and wide. When you do work with a trusted client, or for a order that you believe has met all of your criteria, does it enable you to do better work?
Yeah, of course. And I can say this key. I won't exactly know about key, how, as I said, key, how to process everything. So as a freelancer, what I felt key, we need to, act like a company in itself, because we are the one, because we are at the same time, we are acting as an HR. We are, at the same time, we are generating leads. At the same time, we are doing the content writing work, and at the same time, we are, proofreading it. And so as a freelancer, you are the complete package, you can say that. अगर आप डिजाइनिंग में हैं, अगर आप किसी भी फील्ड में, तो as a freelancer you are a complete company in itself. So you need to behave like that. In terms of trust, ये चीजें स्टार्टिंग बहुत टाइम लेती हैं टू फिगर आउट कि व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर यू, बिकॉज इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट. आई थिंक आप एक्सपेरिमेंट कर करके यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट कि व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर मी और व्हाट नॉट, बिकॉज इट डिपेंड्स ऑन, आई थिंक, पर्सनल ब्रांड, and it depends on some other factors also. So you need to create the email templates, you need to work on your strategy, you need to work on every bit of it कि क्या आपके लिए काम कर रहा है क्या नहीं कर रहा है. Even if you are getting leads, तो आप कितने अमाउंट में उसे कन्वर्ट कर पा रहे हो, आपका कन्वर्जन रेट क्या है, आप ट्रैक कैसे कर पा रहे हो, अपना ग्रोथ कैसे ट्रैक कर पा रहे हो. तो एज अ फ्रीलांसर यू नीड टू एक्ट लाइक अ कंपनी. यू नीड टू सो इन केस अगर आप ऐसे प्रोसेस बाय प्रोसेस चलेंगे, देन ओनली यू गेट टू नो कि अच्छा अब इतने प्रोजेक्ट्स कंप्लीटेड है, फीडबैक लिया, पोर्टफोलियो में डाला एंड देन पिच किया एंड एक्सप्लेन. तो दिस इज द होल प्रोसेस वी शुड वर्क अपॉन. अब यहाँ पे बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स हैं, एलिमेंट्स हैं, वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन कि whether we are our conversion rate, or if we are investing in something, some paid tools or something, तो अगर वो हमारे लिए fruitful है या नहीं, तो it's just all about experimenting with ourselves only.
So I want to ask you a question. I personally believe when I hire people, trust should also create longer term benefits to both the parties, right?
Exactly.
And so for instance, all of us, everybody that's in the freelancing world has sales cycles, right? As soon unless you have a perennial book of business, which doesn't happen with everyone, you need to also give back to certain clients who have worked for you. For instance, I'll give an example. I've initially, for our initial first 15 episodes, we worked with multiple editors. Okay, and so I would maintain a team of editors, and for the last 20 odd episodes, we worked only with a single editor. The fundamental reason being that both of us like our work each other so much, and on our part, what we have done is we have said we are not going to work with anyone else. We want you to do all the work for us. And on their part, they do not spring any surprises on us, because what happens is if you have consistent work, that means you also have consistent revenue, and the client should also see consistent pricing or a benefit, or even it may not always be financial. So for instance, if the platform or the terms say you only had 2 iterations of editing, in our case, he supports us with a third iteration or a 4th iteration. Some episodes we don't even request the first edit because he's done such a fabulous job, right? So how do you give back to your clients, the ones that you trust?
For me, it's I completely offer the discount price. I completely offer the combo price, you can say that, a combo package. अगर मैं किसी के लिए content writing कर रही हूँ, तो अगर वो package में सिर्फ content writing है, तो I would definitely love to do the works other than writing. Just for example, we can say that the SEO keywords and the content marketing calendar, the content marketing plans, I love to do that. You can say that in a discounted price, not for sure कि वो premium होगा, because it takes a lot of effort and time also. So I would definitely want to give them a special you can say that experience, a special experience that may feel कि अगर आप हमें एक साल का contract दे रहे हो, तो definitely you will be getting something special from us.
Great.
So that's how I compensate.
Okay. So we have 8 minutes to 5 o'clock. We'll ask all the listeners to post some questions. If there are any questions, we'll address them. While the listeners are busy thinking of their questions, let's discuss everybody's favorite topic for 2020, which is the coronavirus.
It's not favorite anymore. Please go. Oh God. And actually, it's really uncanny that people are thinking that once the, that clock ticks to 12 at 2021 comes, everything is going to be normal. But it's not. That is the saddest part. Think about every day that it's not going to be normal even if 2021 comes. So it's not like 2020 is only the one who's thing. It's the coronavirus.
So let me ask you this. So that means, how has your business changed? If anything, all of your business times, I'm thinking, should have changed for the positive.
A lot. Actually, when the lockdown, actually the thing is, I guess सबका business ऐसे ही बदला है कि actually when lockdown happened, everything went like this. because all the projects I was doing as like a monthly thing and everything, they got on hold and they were like, we don't have a budget to continue with this. So everything got on hold. So for 2 months, I didn't know what was happening with me because suddenly there was no other query about the work which was coming on my LinkedIn or Instagram or through calls. Nothing was coming. And I was like, no, I have to wait because it's not like it's not going to happen. It's going to happen, but it'll take a few time. And that's what happened. I waited for a long time, but after 2 or 3 months, maybe in May, June, July, things started growing and it grew like that now November was the busiest month I ever had in my whole 2 years, because it was obvious because people were having this thing कि सब कुछ hold पे था और एकदम सब जब निकला that होता है ना कि गेट खुले और सब एकदम से सबके प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट हो गए होना. So everything came up and I literally had to pick the projects which I can do in my time frame की जो हो सकता है. So starting में काफी धक्का लगा, सब कुछ नीचे हो गया, but it happened for a good reasons कि अब it's going well.
So starting May, it was a bad problem to have. Right now, it's a good problem to have.
Maybe yes.
Okay.
Vibha,
Yeah. Like everyone asked me ki that means is corona ya COVID impact your business? So I want to say it never impact my business because yeah. Even actually I received multiple opportunities in the corona, in the COVID. So that is it happened with me. That means in the June, July, August I have worked, and because I told Lina ki I work with specific clients and I provide the work with consistently. That is one my point. And the plus thing that in the February, in the 1 month, I have completed one academic book, and parallelly I started building my own team. That means as a freelancer, and I just built a small team and provided content to the other times. That means I finished my book and provided content to the other clients. And other point, in the after 1 month, I again received an opportunity for the growth hacking book in the same time. So all this happens because I am just focus only 1 or 2 clients. I am not moving to get these one to get this one. Just even I denied 10 clients because they are just offering me 0.3040. So I just say no, I don't want to work with you because I value my work. Okay, I prefer quality, not quantity. So that is my main point, and that's why the COVID, the 2020 is very good for my personal growth. I published 2 books as a
I would like to add the point with Vibha.
Yes, and even I have started my 3rd book and it's almost done. I'm just trying to finish it as soon as possible. So that is 2020 is very good for me personal growth. Sorry, professional growth. Yeah.
Gargi, how has COVID impacted your business?
Actually, content writing projects no more since April or May. And then I thought, let me use my other skills to get like into social media or maybe SEO. So I took social media projects. I did 2 or 3, and then again it has gone slowed down. But in LinkedIn, I've seen so many content writing project requirements are coming up. It's flooded, like people are coming and asking for content writers, but actually I feel they don't really pay good this pandemic. Obviously, there are so many requirements, but they are not worth going for. They are all new startups. So obviously we can understand we should not go for such projects.
Interesting. So I'll address that question in a bit. So we'll take some quick. We'll address quick questions. Sakshi, there is a question I think that's addressed to you. What's any advice for an aspiring voiceover artist?
Yeah.
Brief.
Yeah. So basically, I get those questions a lot on my Instagram and Facebook. So basically, the first thing I tell to every person who wants to be voiceover artist is to please take training. Just come prepared. Take the training from a good voice coach. Don't just dive into the field thinking that कि बोलना ही तो है और सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. बोलते हैं तो वो कॉल सेंटर्स पे भी वाले भी हैं, but they don't get paid that much. So it's a craft, it's a skill on its own, and that needs a lot of practice. So please take training, see what other artists are doing, what exactly interests you in terms of commercials or TVCs or anything of that sort. Just prepare with it and then come into the field, and it'll take time, but yeah, you'll start getting good gigs out of it. But please take training, and once you're all set, once you're all prepared, then only dive into this, especially if you're into full-time freelancing.
Interesting, interesting. So, terrific advice, terrific advice. In fact, there is I don't want to oversimplify it. There is a TED talk on voice training. That's a beautiful talk.
Yeah.
For those of us just wanting to train our voices just for a session, that'll work.
Yeah.
But if they want to be a professional voiceover artist, that's a whole different game altogether, right?
I want to add one thing, that there people actually don't, know the power of Google. There's a lot of things on Google and YouTube which you can just see and, not be like, ki main kaise banu. There are a lot of voice coach from India and from outside India who are, providing free services, providing free training of how to train your voice, how to be a voiceover artist, how to, start with the low budget home studio setup. So please go and watch their videos. They're providing them for free. We have everything in front of us right now. We don't have to pay for anything right now. YouTube के बाद सब कुछ अपने सामने है, वो भी free में. So please go through these training videos and these things. You'll definitely find a way to, do this and, chase your dreams. So yeah.
तो सब ऑनलाइन वाले एडटेक कंपनियां बेकार के हैं.
No,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. We'll make this rapid fire. One response only. Gargi, who's your inspiration?
My passion, my interest. My interest.
No, what your inspiration?
No one as such. Actually, it was my interest and my passion which made me jump into content writing.
Oh,
Nobody
okay.
has inspired me as such to do this. So
Awesome. Viva,
My inspiration, like teaching, and as a girl, okay, that means I'm the first girl in my family who studied high. And so when I studied high, then that inspired me. Instead of sitting in the house, start working others and start helping others. That inspires me. So
any particular person who you look up to, see as a role model?
currently, that means currently my role model is Ron Malhotra.
Janvi?
Yeah, as I am a musician, so as a musician, I can say that it was Shreya ma'am, Shreya ji. And as a entrepreneur, I can say that Gary, one and only.
Everybody's fan.
Yeah.
Sakshi, what about you?
Krishna, for me, it's a whole lot of creative people who do creative things on such good level, like every creative people, because I'm into doodling also. I draw from past many years. So any creative thing or creative field interests me a lot, and hats off to all the people who are in this field and doing this so amazingly. So yeah, every person who is in this field, this creative area, is my inspiration, and of course the artists which we have in the voiceover field is also. But yeah, the creativity thing.
Interesting. My source of inspiration is actually Warren Buffett. The funny thing is, about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I read a book by Gary Kasparov about chess. And the average person who plays chess can see maybe 3 moves. A slightly above average person can see 5 moves. A grandmaster apparently can see anywhere between 13 to 22 moves. Okay. So if you move this pawn, and those of you who watch Netflix and the Queen's Gambit, which is on Netflix recently,
I just started. Yeah.
will relate to some of this. And I took a leaf out of that. And the reason I admire Warren Buffett is because of the grounded wisdom that he has and the depth of thinking one can come up with. And it is very fascinating. Can you think of one particular subject with 20 different angles? So that is something that fascinates me a lot. So we'll go to quickly address, okay, somebody is talking about being on Fiverr and 2 months and still don't have a single order. Fiverr is a crowded place already. Obviously,
Yeah, I don't work on it.
you know, the ones that are already established out there, you know, then there is a theory in life. Once everybody starts doing something, that means nobody can be there. Like what social media has become today. You need a bigger advertising budget, and unfortunately, on a place like Fiverr, you can't even advertise. So, that is why now people have started selling their profiles. They've started rigging reviews. They have started doing a lot of those. Time to start looking out. And we'll see one more. What is the best way to manage the working relationship? I think they all have addressed it in a multiple ways. Be honest, promise only that thing that you're going to deliver, build deep relationships with the client. Gargi talked about getting feedback. Janvi spoke about being transparent with the client very early on if you are going to have trouble working with them. I'm just summarizing this for the sake of expediency. Janvi, there's a question for you. I think it's a very interesting question. How do you build authority? What are the best platforms to start building authority? I think you should answer this.
Yeah, LinkedIn. I would definitely say LinkedIn is the best, to start with. And you can, there's a key. You need to develop a website, or if you don't, you need to have a blog, at least a blog of your own interest. अगर आप beauty में हैं, अगर आप fashion influencer हैं, anything. अगर आप tech enthusiast हैं, so you need to have a one blog. अगर you need to start. You need to give a start on content writing field. So you need to have a blog at least to showcase कि अच्छा these are the works I have done so far. अब मुझे और इसमें काम चाहिए. तो सबसे पहले तो आप अपना एक ब्लॉग बनाओ. रावी, आई वुड सजेस्ट यू कि इफ यू डोंट हैव अ ब्लॉग तो आप ऐसे ब्लॉगर पे या फिर विक्स पे या फिर वर्डप्रेस पे एक फ्री ब्लॉग डेवलप करो एंड देन स्टार्ट पिचिंग कि अच्छा ये है, आई वांट टू वर्क फॉर यू. आप कंपनी वहां से जाके, बहुत सारी ऐसी कंपनी है जो बहुत स्टार्टअप्स हैं या बहुत ही स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट करिए. यू वुड डेफिनेटली पिच देम कि आई वुड लव टू राइट फॉर यू. Even for, I don't think so it's true to say it, but comparatively you need to start from a low scale. I'm talking in terms of financial terms. So you need to start from, because you can't quote as a there's a difference and there's a lot things which matters in this space. तो आपको सबसे पहले तो अपना ब्लॉग बनाना है. Then if you want to have a website, then you can have definitely, and then you can pitch. So that creates and just don't forget to add the about us section there, because that creates a digital footprint that, believe me, वो बहुत ज़्यादा effective होता है और वो बहुत ज़्यादा authority build करता है in terms of trust or in terms of anything.
So this actually provides a perfect segue into what we are pushing out. We realize that there are existing portals. There is, for instance, the visually creative freelancers and professionals have a lot of platforms, right? So you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Pinterest. All of them are about either photo, video, or design. Right? But as soon as you step out of that realm, there are lots of other people. Now, where do they showcase their work? Where can they showcase their work? For the people who deal with the written word, especially the content writers, like Janvi, you said LinkedIn, right? But as soon as you go out of that as well, as soon as you take writing and visual work out of the question, let's take software programmers as an example. They can't copy paste their entire code. They have to show something else. And as you rightly pointed out, write a blog or share your thoughts on past work that you've done. So one of the things that we have realized is that all this is spread all over. And if with each of these comes, hosting fees, own domain, own website, and in addition to all the things you need to maintain that as well. So what we've done is we've taken all of that and built a super powerful profile section. and where you'll be able to write your own blog. You put an about us, share your thoughts, showcase your past work, get testimonials, all of that, right? So that is the next update that is rolling out. And whether you're a visual person, we are including video aspects, audio testimonials, because today, यार हर कोई सिर्फ अंग्रेजी में recommendation या review नहीं type कर पाता ना.
Exactly.
It includes the mass majority of vernacular or Indian language speakers who can't say anything, right? So Thomas, you're asking us a question. Soon we are going to come up with a feature where we are going to say, with this person who's a first-time freelancer, start a gig. If that person, for some reason, if the two of you are not satisfied, we will ensure that that person still gets paid and your money is protected. So we've had a lot of first-time freelancers who come and ask us the same question. You know, I put my work out there. I've created profiles in 5 different places. I still haven't received work 3 days or 4 days, with 3 months or 4 months, in some cases 1 year. So that video editor that we hired for the podcast actually came about as a result of that. He said, we've created profiles in so many places, we didn't get it. He said, come do work for us. So we will figure it out. So that's the guarantee. And I wanted to address 2 things. Sakshi, you spoke about the second assignment with a trusted client.
Yeah.
Where you actually, he or she possibly did not honor their commitment. The funny thing is, this editor that I spoke about, he's actually based in the UK. I could possibly tell him, hey, let's go direct. But I'm in India, he's in UK. There is a forex issue, so it's a little complicated. If he was in India, I would say, let's go direct. But it still creates uncertainty for him, uncertainty for me, which is where we realized we need to have something. And Vibha, you spoke about going outside of the platform. You know, you call this going offline, and then or going direct and doing business, right?
Yes.
In your case, it was about, because you personally have a choice of working with 1 or 2 clients. And if you're only working with that same client, it's like, okay, why do I even need to do this? We can do direct business with each other.
Yes.
So this whole way of going direct, most of the time with people who work with multiple clients, happens as a result of the amount of commission that these platforms take also.
Exactly.
So we were very clear. We said, we want to make it super easy for people to work directly.
Okay.
Talk to them in places like Upwork, Fiverr. You can't quote your email, you can't quote your phone number. If you engage directly, violation of terms of service, all of that stuff. We said, none of that, nothing doing. You exchange all the contact information that you want. No problem. And we will keep our fees so low because we want it to be value additive. So we've come up with, we have 2 plans. One is either 5% per transaction if you don't want to pay a fixed fee, or 5,000 for the whole year, you do unlimited number of transactions. Right?
Oh.
There are other things. We believe, let's add value first and then expect value later. So even if you go direct, it's easy. And if you have to work with the same client on a consistent basis, you don't have to worry, acha, wahan pe 20% pay karna hai, 30% pay karna hai. So therefore, let's do direct. So let's take away the dangers of working this, which is what we have done. So it has been fantastic having all of you today. Let's do closing comments. Gargi, let's start with you.
Yeah, it was great having with you all and talking with you all about freelance stuff. It made me, given me some points that I should, taken care of before taking new projects in future.
Awesome. Janvi?
Sure, it is wonderful to, have you all at the same room. So yeah, definitely, I would take it forward.
Great. Vibha?
Yeah, it's like as a panelist, it's my first experience. I really learned and got new things. So I just want to share something with the newbies who ask most of the time, just accept criticism. Okay, accept criticism from your client, which is very must. Feedback is different and criticism is very different. So accept criticism also. if you are not able to handle the criticism, it's very tough to handle either one or either multiple clients. And I'm really looking forward your new venture. Okay, definitely I will. Okay, I will sign up your venture. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And Sakshi, it's been terrific having you. So anything that you want to share as closing comments?
So Krishna, first of all, I'd like to, add some things on your point that you said. Actually, that is the only reason I don't work on Fiverr and Upwork, because there is a lot of mess, like how to contact, and, no email, no numbers. So I'm so glad somebody came out with such idea that there is, a whole lot of transparency between the client and the freelancer, right? So it's not like we have seen those websites. So that's a very good and fresh idea of keeping, intact the relationship. So yeah, all the best on that. I'm sure, it's going to be a huge success. And as a freelancer, I would just like to say to all the people that please go into it. Don't expect the results instantly. It will not happen like, in magical terms that do din mein paisa double types. So it will not happen like that. Just keep working on your skill, even if you're not getting the work in that meantime. It's a craft after all. So keep creating stuff, keep upscaling your craft, your skill, and then once the project is in your hand, it's all yours. So just work your best, give it your 100%. Don't focus on you, focus totally on the client and his demand and his because it's his vision. You're just giving the your service to him. So it's his vision, so don't focus on you only. And the of course the rupees and finance thing is not the only thing which is there in the freelancing. So don't go on these clickbaits like YouTube ki हाँ freelancing se paisa milta hai. It's not like that. Of course, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of trust issues happen. So yeah, try to accept everything and just go for it. Yeah, do the hard work. The things will come into your hand, of course.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just take a
Sakshi, I
risk.
would like to quote
Yeah.
one thing. I also want to, watch those videos recorded कि just freelancing से 50,000 कमाए. मुझे भी
I
तो
would
आते हैं,
just
मुझे भी
watch.
बताओ 2 मिनट में कैसे कमाते हैं.
Yes.
Seriously, those
Yes.
नहीं बताया नहीं कि कितना वक्त में कमाया,
Yes.
50,000 कैसे कमाया और कितना कर्ज चुकाना पड़ा उसके लिए, वो भी नहीं।
Exactly.
Yes.
चाहे नहीं
I
1 लाख
don't think there is any person in these videos जो ये लिखते हैं मतलब clickbaits, वो खुद भी इतना कमा पा रहे हैं फिर जो कर पा रहे हैं. It's only because उनको videos पे views चाहिए.
अरे
So
सिर्फ
it's
उनको,
not like it's happening.
सिर्फ उनकी कमाई हो रही है, बाकी सब
हाँ,
की कमाई हो
किसी की
रही है।
नहीं हो रही.
Yeah. Yes.
बाकी सब हाँ कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे उससे.
तो
Krishna, I would love to answer one question. Riya का question रह गया था
how
answer
to
के लिए.
verify digital footprints?
She's asking
Good.
for that. Yeah, there's a website, Riya, Zoba Corp करके. You can Google it. वहाँ पे जाके आप कंपनी के digital footprints ले सकते हो कि who is a co-founder, who is a founder, कितने एम्प्लॉय हैं. अगर आप फ्री वर्जन भी यूज कर रहे हो तो वहां से आप सारे एम्प्लॉयज की डिटेल दे सकते हो. इवन नॉट द डिटेल, तो आप डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट्स तो आप कैरी कर सकते हो. एंड जस्ट आस्क फॉर द एनडीएज इफ यू नो इफ यू वर्किंग विद अ क्लाइंट जो आप पहली बार काम कर रहे हो या फिर आप उनके साथ पहला आपका कोलैबोरेशन है, तो जस्ट आस्क फॉर द एनडीए. और एनडीए में आपके वो टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन मैच करने चाहिए. इट्स ऑल अबाउट म्यूचुअल टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन. नेवर कॉम्प्रोमाइज विद सिक्योरिटी एंड नेवर कॉम्प्रोमाइज विद योरसेल्फ एज अ फ्रीलांसर. I can suggest you, because होता क्या है ना कि अगर आपको क्रेडिट मिल रहा है तो वो पे बहुत कम कर देते हैं. अगर आपको कहते हैं कि आप कहीं एडमिट नहीं कर सकते, आप पोर्टफोलियो नहीं बना सकते, तो हम आपको पे ज्यादा कर देंगे. So just never compromise with yourself. I can suggest you, because I have done that and I feel somewhere regret for that कि अरे मैंने एनडीए साइन कर दिया और वो इतना बड़ा ब्रांड था that money वो taught me about priority, लेकिन I regret it. So just don't do that. And zobacorp.com.
ZAUBACORP.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Fantastic. So, Vibha, Janvi, Sakshi, Gargi, we wish you the very best. And, you know all about Vouch. Help us spread the word. And we will release a recording of this on our YouTube channel sometime next week. We will share you a link and share with your network. And keep rocking.
Thank you so much, Krishna.
Thanks a lot, Krishna.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, all the viewers also who joined.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes.